morning students, welcome back to online class. Today we are going to discuss the continuation of the third unit, gases. Gases are classified into two types. One is real gases and the second one is ideal gases. Now let us see real gases. If the molecules or atoms of a gases interact with each other, let us consider this is one atom or molecule. Let us consider this is another atom. Both atoms are interact with a intermolecular force. Then the gases are said to be real gases. So what are real gases? The molecules or atoms of a gases interact with each other with a definite amount of intermolecular or interatomic force of attraction. Then the gases are said to be real gases. At very high temperature or low pressure, a real gases behaves as an ideal gas. So we have to take this what? Very high temperature, otherwise considered as a low pressure. Real gases behave as an ideal gases because in this condition there is no interatomic or intermolecular force of attraction. Both atoms are combined together. There is no space in between the molecules. Such kind of the gases are called as real gases. Now let us move on to the ideal gases. If the atoms or molecules of a gas do not interact with each other, then the gas is said to be an ideal gas or a perfect gas. So what is the meaning of ideal gas? There is no interatomic force between the atoms or molecules in a gas. This is called as ideal gas. But actually in practice, no gas is ideal. The molecules of any gas will have a certain amount of interaction among them. But these interactions are weaker when the pressure is low or the temperature is high because the interatomic or intermolecular forces of attraction are weak in ideal gases. Hence, real gas at low pressure or high temperature can be termed as a perfect gas. So what are ideal gases? Atoms or molecules of a gas do not interact with each other. There is no force of attraction is needed. This is called as ideal gas. Ideal gases obey Boyle's law, Charles' law and Avogadro's law. Already we have discussed the above laws is needed. All these laws state the relationship between various properties of a gas such as pressure, volume, temperature and number of atoms. What is the symbol of number of atoms? It is denoted by the symbol is smallest m. Already we know this, isn't it? In a given state of the gas, all these parameters will have a definite set of values. When there is a change in the state of the gas, any one or more of these parameters change its value. I hope you understand now what are real gases and ideal gases. Now let us move on to the important 5-mark question. Ideal gas equation. The ideal gas equation is an equation which relates all the properties of an ideal gas. What are the properties here? The various properties are pressure, volume, temperature and number of atoms is needed. So it relates all the properties of an ideal gas. An ideal gas obeys Boyle's law, Charles' law and Avogadro's laws. So we know the formula of the Boyle's law, Charles' law and the Avogadro's laws is needed. So according to Boyle's law, what is the formula? PV is equal to a constant. According to Boyle's law, PV is equal to constant. According to Charles' law, what is the formula? V by T is equal to constant. At pressure, at a constant pressure, volume of a gas is directly proportional to the temperature. That is V by T is equal to constant. Then according to Avogadro's law, what is the statement of Avogadro's law? At a constant pressure and temperature, the volume of a gas is directly proportional to number of atoms or molecules present in it. So what is the formula? V by N is equal to constant. Let us consider the equation numbers 1 and 2 respectively. So after combining the first, second and third equations, we will get the formula is, the equation is PV by, I am writing here, okay, PV by Nt is equal to a constant. So see the equations here. Pv is equal to constant, V by T is equal to a constant, V by N is equal to a constant. So we have to combining these three equations, we can obtain Pv by Nt is equal to constant. Let us consider as a fourth equation. So the above relation is called the combined law of gases. So what is the above equation here? PV by Nt is equal to a constant. Already we know what is P, pressure, V be the volume of a gas, N be the number of atoms or molecules present in it, and T be the temperature is needed. So the above equation is called as what? A combined law of gases. Now let us consider a gas which contains mu moles of the gas. So what is mu here? We have to consider as the mu moles of the gas. The number of atoms contained will be equal to mu times the Avogadro number. What's the symbol of Avogadro number? N suffix A is needed. Already we have discussed. What's the value of Avogadro number? 6.023 into 10 power 23 per moles is needed. So we can write the number of atoms. The number of atoms will be is equal to, what's the symbol of number of atoms? Smallest n. So n is equal to mu number of, that is a mu moles of Avogadro number. What's the symbol? N suffix A. So we have to write small n is equal to mu into n suffix A. Let us consider as a fifth equation. Now, this fifth equation is substituted in the fourth equation. So, the fourth equation becomes, we can write here, PV by N is needed. N is replaced by which one? Mu N suffix A, that is mu N is replaced by this formula is needed. Into into T, temperature, T be the temperature, is equal to a constant, So PV by mu N suffix A into T is equal to a constant. So the value of the constant in the above equation is taken as K suffix B. Okay, so what is K suffix B? You have to take as the Boltzmann constant. So PV by mu suffix NAT is equal to constant. This term fully we have to take as PV by mu suffix N suffix A into T is equal to a constant. The constants we have to replace by the term is K suffix B. It's nothing but Boltzmann's constant. It is a constant value. This value is 1.38 into 10 power minus 23 joule Kelvin power minus 1. 1.38 into 10 power minus 23 joule Kelvin power minus 1. So the equation becomes, we can write PV by mu N suffix A into T is equal to K suffix B. So we are going to find out what is PV. So mu N suffix A T is cross multiplied. It gives the formula like this. The Boltzmann's constant is needed. So this is taken as PV is equal to, this term is cross multiplied. It gives mu N suffix A then K suffix B. It's nothing but Boltzmann's constant and T. Okay, here we have to consider as a mu N suffix A K suffix B is taken as capital R. R is nothing but universal gas constant. So we can obtain the formula is PV is equal to RT. So this is the ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to RT. Here what is R? R is the universal gas constant. This value is 8.3 0.31 joule mole power minus 1 Kelvin power minus 1. So what is the value of the universal gas constant? 8.31 joule mole power minus 1 Kelvin power minus 1. So ideal gas equation is also called as equation of state because it gives the relation between the state variables and it is used to describe the state of any gas. Okay, now let us see the solved problems. A container whose capacity is 70 milliliter is filled with a liquid up to 50 ml. Then the liquid in the container is heated. Initially, the level of the liquid falls from 50 ml to 48.5 ml. Then we heat more, the level of the liquid rises to 51.2 ml. Find the apparent and real expansion. So what are the data are given in the problem? The level of the liquid, it's denoted by the symbol is L1 is given 50 ml. The level of the liquid L2 is equal to 48.5 ml is needed. Now the level of the liquid, it is denoted by the symbol is L3 is equal to 51.2 ml. So first we are going to find out the apparent expansion. So what is the formula? The apparent expansion is equal to L3 minus L1. So substitute the values is 51.2 minus 50 is equal to 1.2 milliliter. Okay. So next we are going to find out the real expansion. So what is the real expansion formula? L3 minus L2. L3 minus which formula? L2. L3 minus, I am writing here, L3 minus L2. This is the real expansion formula. Now the values are substituted. L3 is equal to 51.2 and L2 is equal to 48.5. Subtracted, we will get the answer is 2.7 ml. Okay, now let us see the second problem. Keeping the temperature as constant, a gas is compressed 4 times of its initial pressure. The volume of a gas in the container changing from the 20 cc, that is cubic centimeter, is cubic 20 cc to V2 cc. Find the final volume. So here the initial volume is given, that is a 20 cc is given, that is cubic centimeter is given. So first you have to write what are the data are given here. The initial pressure let us consider as P. Okay, so the initial pressure, it is denoted by the symbol P1 is equal to P. The final pressure value is given is 4 times of its initial pressure. So the final pressure P2 is equal to 4 times of the initial pressure. What is the symbol of initial pressure? P. Okay, so 4P. Now the initial volume is given 20 cc is nothing but 20 centimeter cube. We are going to find out what is the final volume. So using Boyle's law, what is the formula? PV is equal to a constant is needed. So the initial state, the pressure, it is denoted by the symbol is P1. In the initial volume, it is denoted by the symbol is V1 is equal to a constant. Now the gas is compressed, it gives us a final pressure, it is denoted by the symbol is P2, and volume it is denoted by the symbol is V2 is equal to a constant. Both are having the same values, isn't it? So we can write the formula, that is P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. We are going to find out which value? Final volume. So V2 is equal to, rearrange this formula, that is V2 is equal to P1 by P2 into V1. Now substitute the known values as P1 is P, P2 is 4P and V1 is equal to 20. So now P terms are cancelled out. 1 4 is 4, 5 4s are 20 is needed. So what is the final volume? V2 is equal to 5 centimeter cube. Okay, if you know the values, we can substitute in the formula. Thank you, students.